Hello, Aquarius. Good afternoon. Thank you for coming in, you guys. Aquarius, I'm here to do a general check-in message with you. There is so much astrologically taking place right now that's affecting your sign. The year started off that way. In January, Pluto moved into your sign after spending 16 years in Capricorn. It's going to be in your sign for about the next 20 years, Aquarius. Pluto affects great change within the collective, deep, abiding change. And it's interesting to have that in your sign because Aquarius is the innovator, the change maker, and the individualist. Also, right now, your ruling planet of Uranus is sitting in the final degree of Taurus. It's been there for 8 years. That means when it shifts out of Taurus and into Gemini, it's going to affect you very strongly as well. A lot of changes. And over the past 8 years, Aquarius, Uranus, your planet has been there in Taurus, and it doesn't like it. Taurus is square to your energy in the zodiac. And it is all about traditions, and this is how we do things. And again, you're the change maker. So the planet Uranus is about to get much, much freer when it moves into Gemini. And then in Leo season, Leo is your opposite sign. There's a new moon in Leo and a full moon in your sign, setting the stage for next year when the North and South Node, our soul's destined trajectory here, switches into your sign in Leo. Why can't I speak all of a sudden? Anyway, Aquarius is going to be a general reading still. So not everything I say is going to resonate with you exactly the way that I say it. Just take what fits for you as it does, if it does, and leave the rest behind. Also, if you're interested in booking a private reading with me, there is a link in the description box below. All right, Aquarius, let's see what's happening here. July is jam-packed with astrology, a lot of changes. We have the word wants to be written. This is about telling your story, however that is. I mean, you could actually be looking at writing a book or a blog or something like that. Aquarius, you've got something to say. And again, you're the 11th house. You're the leader of the collective. Of course, it's not that you have to be in that position, but energetically, that's how it is. But look at all the butterflies of inspiration up above in all of the transpersonal chakras. You have a heightened awareness. And it is about sharing that with the collective, whether it's through writing or just through how you're living your life. We'll see how that comes out. Interesting. See what's on the bottom of the deck. Diving for light. Okay. So maybe a process for you of understand, like maybe you went through that process, a shadowy period of time, a darkness. And maybe the word wants to be written can be you communicating, helping others with that. Very possibly, Aquarius. Okay, let's go to the wisdom of the oracle and get you on from that. What do we have for Aquarius? By the book. Well, that's interesting. We have another reference to book here. So some of you could be writers, and this can be writing a book about your experiences and your transformation. And then for others of you, this is interesting because it's a very Capricornian energy, and also Taurus earth signs. What I said, we do it this way. We do it by the book, by the rules. Okay. But I still more get the idea that it's like an actual writing thing, like by the book. Okay, let's get into it. I'll do astrology at the end. Let's use the naked heart. We're moving towards, by the book here, we're moving towards a full moon in Capricorn on July the 10th. So there could be a releasing of doing things that way. Let's see what you're releasing in the recent past, Aquarius. Well, that's your energy with the Five of Swords. Venus in Aquarius to be exact, but the Five of Swords is ultimately a card about doing what you have to do to get where you need to go. It can be thought of as being a little bit like savage, I guess. But swords are our thoughts, it's our mind. And this is a strategy. So you could also be leaving behind that in your past, like an internal struggle. Okay. Let me see you now. This is interesting. The naked heart keeps wanting to show itself on the bottom of the deck. That's an additional card in this deck. It lays between the World, the last card, and the Fool, the first in the Major Arcana, because it's like rewriting the script of the heart. It's starting out new. And then we have your energy with the King of Swords. I love this King of Swords. He's such a stealthy panther. I think he's a panther, right? Hiding in the bushes there. And I mentioned strategy and doing what you have to do to get where you need to go. The King of Swords is incredibly smart, incredibly strategic, and he knows when to make the move. He's also a writer. I always think with the King of Swords, I think of Shakespeare, I think it was. My sword is my pen. Okay. Rewriting the story. Let's see the next steps for you. For Aquarius. Oh, wow. We have the Chariot. That's cool because we are, as I record this, it's the 1st of July. Happy July, Aquarius. But Cancer season. The Chariot's Cancer's Major Arcana. It is a card about getting into alignment with you, with your head and your heart, and moving your life in the direction you want to go in. It could involve travel for you. That Five of Swords, that's the key right there. It's the strategy. It is about movement forward. It's about victory. But often, again, the Chariot can be a card about travel. We have strength showing itself, Leo's Major Arcana. There's such a magical component to this Chariot card. It's a Pegasus, and it has 2 heads. Normally in the Chariot, there's 2 different horses, but this could literally be about being of 2 minds as well. Let's see where you're headed. Queen of Cups, Cancer energy, very strong Cancer coming through. But again, right now we have Jupiter and the Sun in Cancer. The Queen of Cups is kind of the opposite of the King of Swords. This is who navigates by the heart, by intuition, by how it feels rather than the facts that you can see. The Queen of Cups is very open emotionally as well. Okay. What's the challenge? We have the Sage. Well, that's the Hierophant in this deck. Taurus is Major Arcana by the book. Now that could be, right, following some kind of tradition. In the recent past, we have you releasing or maybe being at odds with that tradition. That's very interesting. The Chariot. The Hierophant is a card about our belief systems and the inherited belief systems, society, what we grew up with. And that's laying in the challenge. Okay. What's the potential outcome? But again, Aquarius, in this Sage card, look at that eye up there in the pyramid. But also there's a book. And this can be about knowledge. And then we have the Four of Swords, more Aquarius energy. The Four of Swords is a time of rest and integration. It's a period of like, oh, I see, diving for light. Well, that's what happens in the Four of Swords. It's where the mind gets quiet so the heart can feel what it needs to feel and incorporate all of the lessons learned from the past. Obviously, it comes after the Three of Swords. We're dropping down though. Okay. Three of Swords is a repeating period of heartbreak. But this is very meditative. We have this by the book. And I mentioned those butterflies coming to life in the upper chakras through meditation, maybe. Motorcycle. It means something to you guys. The Hierophant in the challenge, again, can be about spiritual beliefs. Let me see this Five of Swords. I'm going to go to the lights here. Releasing the Five of Swords, which brings you to the Four. Well, that's interesting. Leo energy with the Six of Wands. This can be about a fear of being seen, of holding yourself back from the spotlight, literally, in some way or another. It can be about victory and success and getting what you want. But I feel like in the recent past, there was some kind of internal struggle against that. Let me see the Six of Wands. And then we have the Seven of Cups, Neptune. The Seven of Cups can be a card about dreams and being uncertain. I mean, this is you having the confidence maybe to act upon this dream or this vision or whatever it is that you saw here. Interesting, because we have the World right there. Remember, we saw the Naked Heart, which comes after the World. This can be about putting yourself into the world in some way or another, Aquarius. Let me see. The King of Swords. The Moon came out. How interesting. The Moon kind of gives that Seven of Cups feel where it's all kind of uncertain and ethereal. And the King of Swords doesn't like that, which is why he's right here, right now. He wants to know and see and have the facts and be certain. But you can't do that under the Moon. Now, this is a full moon. Could be the full moon in Capricorn coming up on July the 10th. The moon can be about fears and mysteries, but I'm still getting our dream space, diving for light. Look at this mermaid, totally submerged in the water. Of course. Let me see the moon. Diving for light. The Ace of Wands is the light. More fire energy. Look at the Leo energy coming through. The Ace of Wands is passion, it's inspiration, can be an epiphany or an idea. And I'm still getting that there's something here, some kind of idea, some kind of light bulb, which even in this card, her third eye is all lit up like a light bulb. What did you see? What are you dreaming about, Aquarius? Because we got it here and under the moon. That can be used strategically again right here, keeping it hidden. And for some of you, it can be that you had to because you didn't want it to be seen. I will dive deeper on that Ace of Wands, but I do love the fire energy coming out for you. Let me see the Chariot. Judgment, Sagittarius, and Scorpio energy. This is about freeing the soul. It is a card about death and rebirth, ultimately. I mean, look at her. Her soul is rising up out of that body to freedom. It's a card about reinvention. But ultimately, it is about making a decision to leave the past in the past and move forward. And we have the Chariot doing that. Look at all the majors coming out, Aquarius. Let me see Judgment. Beautiful. The Two of Wands, that ace becomes a two. This is the path unfolding, the new road ahead. Look at this lady there. She's sitting in her living room holding on to that Ace of Wands, that passion right there, and looking at what lies ahead, what path to take. The Chariot. You could be looking at travel. You could be looking at moving. You could be looking at somebody with this Queen of Cups. Let's see the Queen of Cups in the surrounding energy for Aquarius. Well, the Chariot comes back out. Interesting. Very strong Cancer energy, but again, Jupiter and the Sun right now. You could be dealing with a Cancer. And the Nine of Pentacles. On the bottom, I see death and rebirth itself with Scorpio energy. Reinvention here. Oh, the Nine of Pentacles is a card about independence. It's about having what you need to navigate the world the way you want to. So you could be seeing this Queen of Cups here as being able to help you with some kind of transition. Okay, can I see the Sage? word wants to be written. Okay, the Sage. There's lots about books here. The Five of Cups. Interesting. More Scorpio energy. The Five of Cups is a card about kind of longing, regret, sadness, some kind of missing. For some of you, leaving behind a community, a tradition, even maybe a marriage. It could be, but nevertheless, I mean, the Hierophant can be a marriage, but it can be formal, anything, contracts, a career, Six of Wands, it could be. But nevertheless, this is about what you had to leave behind. And remember, I said the Four of Swords comes after the Three. Well, she's mourning over 3 spilled over cups here. 1 sword for every cup. But this is the wisdom somehow that you have. Let me see the Five of Cups. And that's doing things by the book here with the Sage. Scorpio energy, death and rebirth. And we have the Judgment card, but this Five of Swords, which ties in for me, doing what you had to do, because it's reinvention time. And it does mean maybe splitting away from long-held beliefs or family or whatever that Hierophant is for you. Let me see the Four of Swords for Aquarius. Another major, are we going to get them all, Aquarius? Temperance, more Sag energy. Temperance is Archangel Michael, and this is about like a karmic rebalancing. It's like the alchemy being performed behind the scenes. And it's interesting for me, it's very angelic guidance here. Bring in with that Four of Swords. Can I see Temperance? The Page of Pentacles. Okay, that's interesting to see there. I see the Knight of Cups. The Page of Pentacles can be a new idea. It can be about learning something new. Especially when I see it here, like, again, an idea, and you want to communicate it. I'm going to go deeper here. Let me grab the Wild Unknown. Let me see this Queen of Cups. Why do you want to talk to this Queen of Cups? Because Two of Wands here is looking straight at her. What do you want to say here to the Queen of Cups? It's something to do with this idea. The Queen of Swords and the Five of Swords. Interesting. King of Swords right here. And the Five of Swords. The King and the Queen of Swords can both be writers, communicators. Four of Wands. I mean, this can totally have something to do with your work. Let me see the Five of Cups and the Hierophant. One more card there. We have the Emperor. Interesting. Divine Masculine coming through Mars. The Emperor drives this chariot and takes control. And again, Emperor and this Six of Wands. For some of you, you're following your intuition with this High Priestess, and it can be about you creating something new, like the Emperor creates empires. And you have an idea back here. And I feel like this Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, let me go to the Judgment. Making this decision to reinvent yourself because of this Ace of Wands. Oh, interesting. The King of Cups. Okay. We have the King and the Queen of Cups and the King and the Queen of Swords. And that's quite the combination. That's being able to use your mind to explain the heart. And it's like you both have that ability. Now, both of you could have been through similar experiences in the past as well. But the King and Queen of Cups is a very, very deep emotional connection. And again, these two speak the language of the heart. So you're moving towards that energy for you. King of Swords to the King of Cups. One more. What will this Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups say? Very emotionally intelligent combination. The Three of Wands. Oh my God. And the Wheel of Fortune. Whoa. The Three of Wands is Ace, 2, Three of Wands, and we saw the 4. This is about achieving the wish. When you look inside the center of those 3 wands, you see those rainbow colors. The star card in this deck is the same colors. It's the vision of what comes next, of what to create. You definitely could be looking at somebody at a distance from you, or this situation could involve travel. On the bottom, remember I said we have Jupiter in Cancer? This is Jupiter. It's the Wheel of Fortune. It's destiny. I call it the let go or be dragged card. Generally speaking, the wheel comes spinning through our lives at our own behest. Somewhere in the past, 5 of Swords, you could have asked for divine intervention or change. And sometimes by the time it comes about from the universe, we've forgotten about it. But this is about growth and expansion and luck and what comes next. Let me see the Page of Pentacles one more time, and then we'll move to the oracles. And what comes next? Look, it's the Fool. So we have the world. We saw the world. We saw the naked heart. And now we see the Fool. Aries Major Arcana. The Fool is that brand new beginning. It's a leap of faith. And as I always say, the Fool is no fool. The process is a circle. The wisdom gained is why you can take the leap of faith. The 8 of Cups. Okay, so you did. You had to leave things behind. The 8 of Cups is my emotional pilgrimage card. It is about having the courage to seek out the full picture, which is the 10 of Cups. And in this deck, it's one of the rare ones where all of those cups are broken. There is no going back. That Black Mountain is final. So maybe that's what you're going to communicate to this person. 7 of Cups to the 8 of Cups. What are you leaving behind? It can be a reputation. It can be a person, a commitment. 8 of Cups for Aquarius. The Queen of Pentacles. So Aquarius, this could be somebody in your past, that by the book energy, somebody very conservative who likes to do things the safe way. But for others of you, this Queen of Pentacles can also be you stepping into that energy of doing what was best for you. And I already said that, leaving behind. That's to the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is a traditionalist. One more. The wheel stayed on the bottom of the deck. No, we saw the Emperor. We have the Empress here. Oh, divine masculine and feminine, divine partnership. And this, no wonder Archangel Michael is here. Ace of Pentacles, a brand new beginning. That's what that page is holding on to. Now, this can be cultivated into that empire that I said the Emperor builds. Could be an offer you want to send out to somebody. Maybe this Empress energy, right? Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, King of Cups, King of Swords, Emperor, Empress. Wow. And then Jupiter. Luck. All right, let's go to the blue deck, Aquarius. Let's see what we got there. We'll do a romance card too. What else for Aquarius? Yeah, no kidding. Yin yang. Find partnership. Again, that's why Archangel Michael is here. And you know what Archangel Michael is holding? 2 cups. You have that 8 of cups. Soulmates. And maybe you guys need to tell your story. Let's have another one. Yin and Yang is number 22, which is number 4, the Emperor. We have the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, the crown. We have the word wants to be written. Very psychic connection. Indecision, okay, because of that confusion, perhaps. And like I said, the King of Swords wants to know. But with 7 cups, he's not going to. The King of Cups can do that, though. Navigate through the emotions. Follow the intuition. And again, maybe it's not typical for you, Aquarius, to be getting these kinds of messages. Let's have another one. It does look like you make this choice at the end, though. Oh, hostilities. The 1st chakra, Archangel Michael, that's that Ace of Wands. That's passion. One more. For Aquarius. Storm warning. There's Uranus upsetting that tradition. And have a feeling of out of nowhere, but look at these two. The passion, the storm warning in the recent past here too. It could have caused the storm. But at the end, this 4 of Swords, that meditative energy. And we have door to personal, or door to romance, sorry. I read the cards. So let's do a romance, angel. And what else? The storm warning is number 10 in this deck, and in the major arcana, the Wheel of Fortune is number 10, which we saw twice. And remember I said, it seems like it comes out of nowhere. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps. You're guided. 7 of Cups, you're guided to take. And then very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And we have that indecision. You deserve love. You are lovable. Look at that angel taking the shot there with the bow and arrow. Cupid. And as I mentioned, 2 of Wands, you're looking straight at somebody here. Okay. What else do we need? We'll get you some talisman. Consider these to be like power words you can take away from the reading with you, Aquarius, if they resonate, of course. We have good luck, Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune. We have learned the truth. You want to speak to somebody here. Equilibrium, 4 of Swords, Archangel Michael, and on the bottom we have creativity, which could be about this work here as well. Actually, let's do one more. I feel one more. Yeah. Confidence, Aquarius. Amazing. 6 of Wands. Okay. We'll do a couple of astrology and then I'll get you one from the Lover's Oracle and we'll leave it there. Hope this reading helped. I hope it resonated in some way. Remember what I said, Aquarius. Take what does and leave what doesn't. What else do we have for Aquarius? This could be astrological in your energy in your chart and somebody around you or just overall influencing the situation. We have the Imam Coli, roots, getting grounded, commitment. Interesting. Because we have that Ace of Pentacles and the Empress. Great love. Yeah, the 7th house. That's Libra's house. House of long-term relationships. And then we have the South Node. The South Node, as I mentioned, where is it? The North Node will be in your sign next year, South Node in Leo. I mean, this could be somebody from your past, but because of all of the major arcana, if so, I would say past life. And on the bottom, we have Venus. Love. But Venus is creativity too. So, and we got that card about creativity. All right, let's close this off for you, Aquarius, with a couple of cards from the Lover's Oracle. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Whoa, I almost choked on that. Nothing is missing. Wow, that's very powerful. We have two cards about death and rebirth as well. Could be past life energy here. Soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. Believe this. It's a belief thing. I got that through this reading. And final card for you, Aquarius. Beware of what you're projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. We have the masculine and feminine couples in two suits, and the Emperor and the Empress, and yin and yang. There could be a lot of learning to be done from each other, but definitely bringing a balance. Opposites do, if that's the energy here. All right, Aquarius, I love you guys. I'll see you very soon.